There are 4 Democratic candidates for St. Louis County Executive, and this week we're taking a closer look at those candidates. Mark Mantovani has never held a public office. 2 years ago, he made a run for the county executive seat, but lost to Steve Stenger. He's now running again. News 4's Corey Stark sat down with him to talk about his plans for the county.
What I hope to do is to level the playing field, create opportunity for people.
Former practicing attorney and businessman Mark Mantovani says he's heavily focused on building the county's economy. He says too many people are leaving and not coming back.
We've got great opportunities here. We just don't have people who are very good at selling it. And if you're the CEO of an organization, and that's what the county executive is, and you're not selling your enterprise, you're not doing your job.
He says one big factor holding the region back is crime. He proposes a 3-stage approach, which would include:
you have to increase drug addiction treatment programs. You have to invest in infrastructure. You have to create playgrounds for kids. You have to have after-school programs.
Mantovani talked at length about the county's current approach to fighting COVID-19. He called the decision to shut down businesses authoritative.
Would you have not shut down businesses during this time?
There may have been situations where we had to shut down businesses, but I would have wanted to talk to businesses to find out if they had other ideas associated with keeping people safe while the business remained open in part. If all one is going to think about is science, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it sometimes. I'm not suggesting that science isn't the most important variable. I think it probably is. But the health department doesn't necessarily know about the best practices associated with youth sports. They're not on the volleyball court with volleyball teams and coaches and whatnot. I reject the notion that they can't benefit from having dialogues with people about how to do this kind of thing.
While Mantovani says he'd be focused on growing the economy and creating jobs, especially for those in underserved communities, he doesn't believe a city-county merger is the answer.
The city and county shouldn't be competing with each other. Our competition is Nashville, or Indianapolis, or Kansas City, right? Our competition isn't one another. And so we have to come to think more regionally. We can stay separate relative to our local governmental structure.
Democrats Jamie Tolliver and Jake Zimmerman are also running against incumbent Sam Page. There are 2 Republican candidates, Paul Berry and Ed Golterman. Missouri's primary election is next Tuesday, August 4th. You can watch KMOV, of course, for those election results. And tomorrow at 6, Corey will sit down with St. Louis County Democratic candidate Jake Zimmerman.